Well, about a week ago, I posted a TikTok that went absolutely viral, and I want to address some questions and comments that were on the TikTok, and also point out some things that I'm surprised the people on the internet didn't spot. So, I'm going to hop in the payloader, I'm going to drive over to the rock pile, and show you guys exactly what I did. Payloader's dead. Let's see if my $7 jumper cables will do the job. Well, I still couldn't get the dumb thing to start, and if you look over here, looks like someone or something decided to play with our wires, so I'll go over and explain it without this. Since it's going to take me a couple minutes to walk over there, you guys should take the time and hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen.
Just remember, kids, rocks are like hitchhikers. If you don't make eye contact, you don't have to pick them up.
Well, here it is. The boulder has gotten 1 million views.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
Now, I had a whole bunch of people commenting on this TikTok. A lot of people want to know where in the heck this thing came from. I don't know whether some people were joking or not, but some people were predicting that it came from a tornado. Some people were predicting that it was an asteroid. And most people were just saying that it turned up in the dirt and, you know, it was just there forever. No, it's not there forever. In fact, I actually put it there for the TikTok. So if you go a couple videos back to this video, we actually picked up this rock from our field, which is south of here, just a few miles. Now, Minnesota here, we have freeze and thaw cycles, so rocks eventually push themselves up towards the surface. And we saw this one for the first time last year, and we started to dig it out, realized how big it was, planted over it. But this year it was sticking out enough, and we had equipment nearby, so we decided to get it out. So how we ended up getting it out actually was my dad dug it out with a backhoe, popped on top of the ground, and then we pushed the backhoe and the payloader together to get it in the payloader bucket, which it barely fit in, but it did fit. I then brought it over here to a rock pile and junk pile. So just a couple short days after we picked up this rock, I saw a TikTok that had the original sound to my TikTok, and I was like, man, if I can put this rock just on the edge of the field, have this idea, do it, I think it could be huge, and it was. So here is what I actually did. The rock originally was right here in this pile of dirt. I got the payloader, I used the other rocks, I pushed the rock against it to get it enough in the bucket that I could lift it up. I then drove it over here. You can see all my tire marks from where I drove the rock, and I put it about right here. I then parked my grandpa's old Gator about right here. I took a couple of these rocks out, put them on the ground, pick the rock up. I then go this way. Now here's the first spot where I thought that somebody would have caught something, right? Because I go this way, and you can obviously see some grass in the corner of the video. Okay, now that alone would not do it. And then I proceed to look this way, where you can clearly see these two tire marks leading right to the rock, where the rock sits directly on top of planter marks. Now that's the second thing that I think that somebody, okay, I'm not saying that I would have picked it up, because I wouldn't have. I would have never picked it up. I would have never seen that and saw that it was completely set up. But for having 1 million views, I'm pretty proud of myself for making something that nobody saw the flaws in. If that makes sense. But then the tricky part came when I had to put the rock back in the rock pile, and I had nothing to push the rock against, so I couldn't get it in the payloader bucket. So what I ended up doing was I just kept rolling it with the payloader bucket, which made this disaster right here. And I rolled it all the way to where it sits right now. So So that's kind of the whole thing there. So yeah, that's that. At the expense of the TikTok, I did kind of leave a mess here in the corner of the field, but that's okay. If you guys have not followed my TikTok yet, you should go do so, because I plan on doing stuff like this a lot, because frankly, they're a heck of a lot of fun. I'm kind of mad at myself for not making an account 2 years ago when they came out with TikTok. But anyways, that is the story behind this boulder that kind of got me famous. Okay, now we actually do have farming stuff to do. I'm supposed to be helping my dad tile right now. So actually we finished planting last Saturday, which would have been May 1st. Except for the organic ground and one soybean field, which is currently being planted right now. Basically, there was one field that we really wanted to get tiled before we planted. So we're currently finishing up right now. If we don't get it finished today, we'll finish it tomorrow. And my brother is currently planting the half of it that we've already finished. So over the next couple days, we'll officially be done planting all of our conventional corn, soybeans, even though we've basically been done for, well, a week now. I'm so amazed this thing starts. This gator has been so abused. My grandpa's had this thing for probably like 18, 19 years. He bought it used. And as kids, all the grandchildren would come over, and my grandparents have like a 1/4 mile long driveway, and we would just rip this thing up and down the driveway all day, every day. And for the fact that it's still alive and still hauling rocks, it's kind of a testament to these things' absolute indestructibility. So I'm straightening out the tile. My dad is in the tile plow, which, by the way, you see the Cat 865B. This is our first time really using the tractor a whole lot, and let me tell you, it is a darn nice tractor, way nicer than the old one was, and I lost my tile again. Shoot. Yeah, I see. Yeah. What?
You see it?
Yeah, can you hold it? This is my third time trying. This soil is too soft.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So I was just telling everyone about how much better we like this tractor than our A65E. Yep. Have any additional comments?
Nice tractor.
Yeah. I mean, it's like all around, like the cab's nicer, the controls are nicer, the engine doesn't blow up every 3 days.
I don't think the engine is as loud on the outside.
True.
That's why the cab seems so much better.
I think you're right. I do think it's a quieter engine.
We've got John Deere auto steer.
Yep.
Which that's got some fine tuning to do, but it's definitely better than that ag leader.
Ag leader, yeah. The funny part is, ag leader is like known to have good, easy auto steer. We couldn't stand it.
Back, we're used to the Deere.
True.
When I use it every day, I still don't like it when I use it every day.
Yeah.
Besides the key here, which I hit my head on every time I look back to see you guys got the tile hooked up. I must be getting better because my welt's gone.
That's a long. How far over do you look the?
You got it. This is what's really nice is it goes like half mile an hour.
And doesn't limit you in power.
Yeah, the Deere engine, I didn't want you to idle it under load. Cats, they don't care on this engine, so I don't know. So I think it goes half mile an hour where the 1.2 is about the slowest I can make the Deere work. And
Yeah. Oh, the 9570. Or you're talking about 9530.
9530.
9530.
And then the other cat seemed to be higher too, and maybe it's because I didn't idle that.
Here's the only problem with the. Oh, stop doing it now. The John Deere auto steer on this tractor, when you're going really slow, it sits there and goes like this.
I'm guessing there's something we can do about it.
I'm sure there is. But I mean, for what we're doing, it doesn't really matter. But I mean, like yesterday, I was using it a little bit. when I was packing down, I was going faster, it was fine.
Yeah, today it's really acting up going fast. But
Oh, is it?
I got the advanced set. I got the settings a little screwy. Trying to make it not do this at slow speeds.
I'm
So
sure,
I don't know.
I'm sure there's some calibration we could probably do too.
But other than that, it's the same tractor.
Yeah, no, it's...
But I actually like the old control panel better than the new one. Just flip a dial to what you want.
Well, the old one had like 8 buttons. Only 3 of them were labeled and only did anything.
Right.
And it wasn't touchscreen. I did not like it. I haven't
This
messed
is
with
a
this.
touchscreen, but it's easy.
Yeah, no. Well, the other one wasn't a touchscreen either.
Right, okay.
That was the problem with it. Is it had so many buttons, but you don't know what they did.
Well, no, I don't know. It's basic.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of nice.
Lots of power, smooth.
After our troubles with the 9570, I'm almost tempted to look for another one of these.
Yeah. Oh, we do have one issue with this thing though. That speaker's blown out.
You can hear me blasting in the tunes, right? When you get older, you don't listen to the radio like you did when you were younger.
Well, I mean, the old tractor, you had to put your headphones on because the darn thing was so loud.
Yeah, it's true. I think that's a big thing. It's quieter.
Yeah.
Did you tell your listeners that the 9570 died because
Oh, the DEF?
we put a different brand DEF in?
I have not. Okay, so our 9570 RT, which we use for field cultivating, one night it ran really low in DEF fluid, and we didn't have our DEF tank nearby, so they just went to the gas station and got some gas station DEF fluid.
The truck stop.
Yeah, like a truck stop. DEF fluid. And the tractor freaked out, did not like it. I don't even know what the symptoms were, but they actually ended up having to drain the DEF tank, all because we changed brand of DEF fluid. Tractors today are just...
And the worst part is if it's something minor, they derate.
Yeah.
They just don't, they shut down and don't run. It's not like you can say, let's get this tank done and we'll throw the other stuff in there and just don't run.
Yeah, everything, all the sensors are so sensitive that it just...
Call your dealer. That's comes up on the screen.
Yeah, the manual's so useless too. The manual tells you to call your dealer, and you call the dealer and they don't know what's going on. So, as much as I love new tractors, as much as it's important to keep your line of equipment, as important as it is to keep the integrity of your line of equipment, I'm starting to think that we should start looking at older tractors. I mean, yeah, you're kind of thinking the same thing. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just that about 15 years ago they reached kind of the plateau of convenience and nice and simple, and now since then it's just price has doubled. It's more electronics, it's more emissions. And you like all the electronics. I can push one button down to lower it. I don't need
Yeah, I mean, the 9570 RT is nice, but I'm just as comfortable driving the 9530T.
You can push a button on the end here.
Yeah. I mean, even like your 8410T, other than the fact that thing...
That rode a little nicer.
Yeah, if it rode a little nice, it'd be pretty good, but I mean, it's still a nice tractor for being older than I am.
They made huge steps in the 2000s with comfort, and smooth, and visibility, and turning. And since then, they haven't really accomplished much.
Yeah. So he is currently putting in the last run of the day for now. All we have tomorrow is basically where I'm standing, actually just a little bit that way. But I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit like and get subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.